Hi guys, preview for the Wolves Everton game on Monday night. Looking forward to this game. Think we can get some points out of it. At the moment, Everton are struggling with injuries, and it looks like a team that can be beaten. They had a really tough time last time they played against Watford, and Watford, Josh King got a hat-trick against them, and it was a really poor performance. And hopefully, we can follow that up with at least a point, or if not three. At the moment, it looks like Bolly is going to be starting the game. Bruno Larger has said in the pre-match interview that Bolly is able to start, and also that Neves wasn't able to start in the last game that we played against Leeds due to a problem he picked up in training. From now on, I believe that he's able to start games, and that injury problem that he had is now resolved. So it looks like we probably will be seeing Neves and Moutinho starting in midfield, and maybe potentially seeing Bolly in defence. Who knows who's going to be dropped out of that game. Saiss, for me, is probably the most likely defender, even though he hasn't really done anything wrong. A lot of fans are calling for him to be dropped for Bolly. And at the moment, Marcel is out due to an injury. Last week we were told it's not very serious, so I assume this is probably his last game that he's not going to be able to be picked for, and he should be back for the following game, or at least ready to be picked. But at the moment, a lot of fans are happy to see Ryan Nori starting the game. So he'll be starting tomorrow, and I think at the moment it's most likely going to be Hwang and Raul concrete in that start on the striker position on the left wing. Not too sure yet about the right wing. I think potentially we'll be seeing maybe a return of Trincao or maybe Podence starting. A lot of fans weren't happy too much with Traore, saying that he wasn't really in the game against Leeds and didn't really do enough. So I can see him maybe being used as an impact sub. Everton have got a number of different injuries all the way through from defence, midfield to up front. They've even got Calvert-Lewin out. So it is a good chance to try and hit the team now while they're at a low and they've been losing games. And we've had a nice 8-day break for the team to recover and get some decent training in. At the moment, we've been looking a bit crap really. We haven't really been playing that well, but we have been having a lot of changes with Dundonka coming back in midfield, and for me he wasn't really that good. He wasn't really good enough. He was really struggling with some of his passes, and I think we'll see a much better game with Neves and Moutinho in, and also with the additional break they've had training. Bruno's been working hard on the field, so hopefully we'll see an improved game. I think it's still going to be tough. I'm going to go with a draw, but I'm going to take you on now to the Everton Blue Boyz TV. They're going to talk to you a little bit about Everton and do a little preview from their side.
What's going on, everyone? It's Mike from the Blue Boyz Network. Firstly, thanks for having me on again. Apologies for the delay in getting this. As you can see, I am in Mallorca. I don't know how much of that you can see, but yeah, I'm in Mallorca, so I've been enjoying my holidays. It's been lovely, nice little break, just what I needed, and now we're back to the nitty gritty, the grind of it. We will be leaving today to fly home. Sure, Everton v Wolves match preview. Tough one, tough game for Everton, tough game for Wolves for different reasons. Everton come into the game on the back of two pretty shit performances, really. Two poor defeats. 1-0 against West Ham at home, and the other one was 5-2 to Watford. I mean, who does that happen to? It was really poor. We fell apart, and this is why we go into this Wolves game. And as an Everton fan, I don't know what to expect. I don't know whether to expect an Everton side who has had the arse ripped off the back of them, or an Everton side that, you know, is a little bit more structured, a little bit less disorganised from set pieces and things. Because if Everton are disorganised from set pieces, Jimenez will score, Adama Traore will get down the left and right, and he will find a delivery. Trincao will do the same. Moutinho, it doesn't really matter with Wolves. They've got so many players who are capable of delivering or setting up for your main man Jimenez, and that's the worry from an Everton perspective. I think from a Wolves perspective, I think your worry is Damari Gray, Andros Townsend and Richarlison, because, you know, although Damari Gray and Townsend don't necessarily strike fear into anyone in terms of names-wise, they have been fantastic for Everton at times this season. Richarlison is back. He scored on his return against Watford and made it 2-1 to Everton. So he's got the bit between his teeth. So look, touch wood, we can push on, we can get a result, but tough game for both sides for different reasons. I think on balance of play, I think a 1-1, I think I would be okay with. I would like to win the game, and I think there's a little bit more pressure on Everton to win the game if they have got hopes of European football. I think there is a bit more pressure on Everton to win the game because of the poor home performances to teams that, you know, West Ham, yes, they're a very good side, so, you know, maybe you can lose at home to West Ham or get a draw, but Everton shouldn't have been losing to Watford, which I think as a result has put a little bit more pressure on this game. So, look, I think 1-1. I think Richarlison scores for Everton. I think Jimenez scores from a set piece for you guys. And I think it's going to be a very cagey game. Everton not having Decore is a huge blow. Defensively, we've been poor at times. But look, no disrespect, Wolves haven't been great either at times this season. And have only really started to gel now. Although you did play Man United off the park and was robbed of that, to be fair. But so, yeah, tough game. I don't really know what else you want me to say, to be fair, because I think the atmosphere on a Monday night, I hate games on Mondays personally. I think it's going to be, it's not even going to be a particularly hostile atmosphere, because Monday night games are Monday night games. They're more of a pain in the arse than anything. So, yeah, I don't think there's going to be anything from that. So, yeah, 1-1. Fairly boring game, I suspect. And we will see. Guys, I'll leave it there. Make sure you come over and subscribe to the Blue Boyz Network. Really do appreciate it. And I'll see you soon. Peace.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye-bye.
When the walls come out to